Josh is good at scaring people himself, but he's not good at getting some. Oh, Jesus. Oh dear, we're just going to go on the big one. Breaking news, it stopped. Don't be an idiot if you're coming to Pleasure Beach. Goodbye. Good morning from another Blackpool Pleasure Beach vlog. And today it is the day we've all been waiting for. It is the first Twilight Thrills event of the 2025 season. It's Easter Saturday today, the 19th of April, and the park is open from 10 AM till 9 PM tonight. So that is 11 hours of riding. So we are of course here for that, being Pleasure Beach locals. We are very, very excited. First thing to note on the way in is we now have a Pleasure Beach map. So here we are, the 2025 map for Pleasure Beach, and it looks really good. Obviously you've got the map here. Grand National is still on the map for all you skeptics who think it may get removed. Obviously did a video about that recently, sharing my thoughts. Danielle is now holding the map. What do you have to show, Danielle?
So we've got all the events that's happening round about this year on this side. Starting from April here, going all the way to November and December. So technically a year full of events.
Yeah, so there's Journey to Hell on it and stuff.
Oktoberfest as well.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, there you go, Journey to Hell. Hot ice,
right,
all of that.
Journey to Hell with 9 rides, 4 scare zones, advertising the Coca-Cola and 2 hotels.
Yeah, obviously they've changed the sponsorship from Pepsi to Cola for the drink sort of side of things, fizzy drinks.
It's advertising like the summer passes, like spring and the autumn and the summer ones.
They have, so seasonal season passes. Alright guys, we are now going through Impossible, just while we wait for Tegan. And yeah, I don't think I've vlogged in here this year yet. There's no major changes as far as I'm aware. The soundtrack from last year that was in here is gone, and they've put the old ambience back on, which I actually prefer, because the soundtrack last year was very repetitive and annoying.
It's a lot less bright environment and stuff.
And I prefer sort of the ambience because it's meant to be a very mysterious environment. Yeah. Mirrors as well. No, I prefer this. I prefer this. Tegan is down there trying to scare Josh. Josh is good at scaring people himself, but he's not good at getting some.
Oh, Jesus! Damn right I am!
And the Impossible Gate is here as well.
I don't think you can open it anymore.
Can you not open it?
Nah, they fixed it.
Oh,
It was
they
a bit like
fixed
this
it.
was like stuck, so it was just.
Oh, thank God.
There we go. You can tell it's been fixed because you have to proper.
There you go.
But I'm light and I struggle to push that down.
I know. Over that fence there, guys, they started demolition on the Boulodrome and also Planet Rock as well. Obviously ready for the gyro swing coming next year, so just thought I'd let you know about that. Had a very good run through Impossible as well. The only thing missing really was the Tesla coil, which hasn't been on for years, which is a shame, but yeah, enjoyed it. There's groundwork going on the Grand Prix site. Big Dipper over there is late opening, which is why we've been stood around this area, and it's on one train.
Communication good though.
Yeah, at least they told us. There was a staff came and told us, so that's good. But yeah, groundwork going here. Fountains obviously being preserved. I showed in a recent update that that's being painted, etc, etc. So yeah, who knows what this could mean.
Like this, so.
What do you think's going to happen on that site, Danielle?
Hopefully a coaster in it.
Hopefully.
Right, I probably won't say anytime soon, but
yeah, I hope so.
Years.
The only thing that makes me concerned is obviously that fountain's still there, but they could easily build around that. I mean, Grand Prix was built around it, so yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. So a quick observation of the Big One and Icon, which we've just been on, seems to be scanning e-tickets, the entrance to the ride, and it's creating a massive queue. You can see all of that there, and that's going all the way down there. If you're going to do that, then move the turnstile to the entrance. That might actually speed up operations, but what is the point in scanning them there and then scanning them at the station? If you're going to scan them anywhere, just scan them there and nowhere else, because for one, that'd improve operations because you wouldn't have people like delayed getting in the air gates. Second of all, for people, I mean, if you're doing this, you're stupid, but if you're a non-rider with a non-rider season pass and go in the queue, wait all of that, only to find you can't go on the ride, then it's obviously wasted your time. At least if you're get there and then, you know, you realise or whatever, oh yeah, I can't go on rides. So yeah, I would rather they do, if they are going to continue this scanning, which they're going to need to if they've got non-rider ticket options and Nickelodeon land-only tickets, etc. That's another one. I would rather they check the e-tickets at the entrance with a turnstile, a bit like Steeplechase does there actually. That's opened early as well. We're going to go on that now. It was 12 o'clock opener so far this season, but it's now been moved to a 10:30, which is good. But yeah, like, if you're going to only scan them once, don't do it twice, and do it with a proper turnstile so it's quicker than having an actual dedicated staff member though. We're actually not doing Steeplechase because it's gone down, so we're working through the Chinese puzzle maze, which is a good thing to do between rides, good relaxing thing to do at Pleasure Beach if you want a break from the rides.
And if you want to get lost.
I think this is the first time we've come in here for quite a while actually. I think the last time we came in here was when we spent 15 minutes trying to find the middle of the thing at the middle of the maze at the Nickelodeon land only day. The park's first operational day of the season actually. Yeah, we're not going to be doing any of that today, that's for sure. Steeplechase down there is back open but only on 2 lanes. It does mean that you can't use the Easy Pass on it at the moment because that particular lane is broken, which isn't ideal at all. Obviously it's a compact park, it's quite hard to get those queues in there, but really, like, you should have the Easy Pass. If a ride is open, you should be able to use Easy Pass on it. So I think Easy Pass used to be up the exit on there, and I don't like Easy Pass queues being on the exit, but it'd be better than closing it completely, so you could revert it back to that until you get the other lane fixed. That'd be ideal. Alright, so a little update guys, Steeplechase is now back up 3 lanes, which is good. We just done the big one behind me. And I tell you what, Pleasure Beach, you're turning into Merlin Entertainments that doesn't care anything about entertainments because they fired all the entertainments team and they also discriminate against disabled people. But that's besides the point. What you're doing that's like Merlin Entertainments is assigned seating on the big one. What's all that about?
I don't think it was proper assigned
I despise assigned seating.
I feel like it was just to like fill all the seats.
Well, obviously we spoke about before the turnstile down the bottom, that's delaying people. We get to the station in the Easy Pass queue, obviously, because we have Easy Pass. The station's dead, people are struggling to get through the turnstile, and then there's some guy assigning people to seats. We reckon it might be because it's a busy day and they're trying to fill all the seats and like the turnstiles are delaying people and stuff, so people aren't getting... It's absolute carnage up there. Yet the station's dead, which isn't normally the issue. Like, you don't need assigned seating on rides, Pleasure Beach, please get rid of it. I'm not convinced it'll be a long-term thing because I think this park has more sense than that. But yeah, really wasn't a fan of that at all up there. We also saw a staff member who recognised us, I think was doing the assigned seating. I'm not sure who's told him to do it, but yeah, the person doing it recognised us. And he said apparently the scanning down the bottom is being done because of the Nickelodeon land ticket. There's been a lot of people going in queue lines and stuff who shouldn't be, like, and then they're wasting a load of time. So that is fair enough. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's fair enough that they are scanning at the bottom, but like, you don't need to be scanning again at the top and then doing assigned seating because people aren't getting to the air gates in time and trains are going empty. Like, it's just an absolute mess. Like, it needs to be streamlined. I don't know what's going on. You go away from this park for 2 weeks, and you come back and it's an absolute carnage on Icon and the big one.
To be fair, I do think the only possible solution is you do move the turnstiles to the beginning of the queue.
Well, yeah, that's what they need to do. To just, get rid of the assigned seating, have it how it was before, and have the turnstiles at the front of the queue. Icon didn't have assigned seating, and that was absolutely fine. So, it's very confusing. Over there we have Valhalla on a 2 PM opener. Even though it is a late night riding, I was a bit concerned it might open even later, but no, 2 PM, that's still, you've got a good 7 hours there to do it. And Launchpad up there has had a few updates recently since the last come park as well. And we saw the first ever testing the gondola, in maintenance mode, moving up and down the tower. It's now tested fully. It first tested last Wednesday, I believe. But since then, it's it's also tested quite a bit this week. Like it's full cycle not being, it's still with the engineers at the moment, it's not been handed over to ride, so with it being a Saturday, obviously engineers are off, so no testing today unfortunately. They've also added a soundtrack as well. Honestly, you lucky lot who get to come here in the week and see all of that, not a lot of the weekends. I know I came last Monday, but that was an exception. But yeah, this sign here, the scaffolding office are changing all the signs obviously to launch pad from like the Union Jacks and stuff, which is great to see. Yeah, there's the tower itself. Tell you what guys, it is busy today. The queue in Pete's Kitchen's really big. It didn't look too busy this morning, but it's picked up massively. Nickelodeon Land is rammed. Not quite shoulder to shoulder, but pretty busy, and the rest of the park's pretty busy as well. Anyway, we're going to the toilet now, so I'll put you away. Alright, we've just been on the big one again, and I want to sort of clear something up. And I had a little rant before about side seating. That is no longer a thing. It's gone. See, Pleasure Beach is sensible. They don't keep things forever like Merlin. Yeah, they just tried something for a bit. Obviously, before when we went on, the station was very quiet, and they were just making sure all the seats were filled, which, you know, it is fair enough. They want to reduce people's queue time, but now obviously it's really busy. All the seats are being filled by people, so they don't need assigned seating. I wish Towers would learn from that, because yeah, it's fine. They're getting the trains out really quick. The seats are being filled. Operations, some of the best in the UK on there. Honestly, having that thing on 2 trains makes so much difference. They're getting a train out every probably minute and a half, you know, 3-minute ride or so. And yeah, like really good operations, you know, probably getting about 1,200 per hour through that queue line. Really great to see. So yeah, massive shout out to the Big One team, doing a brilliant job. Also, I should point out while we're here, they do have the scanning at the start of the queue line on Wallace and Gromit as well. We went past before, and again, we were speaking to someone. They did say it's because of the Nickelodeon Land tickets, and there's been people like being stupid basically, and not reading signs and stuff, and trying to go on rides with a Nickelodeon Land only ticket, trying to abuse it basically. So don't do that, guys. It's not clever. It's not a good thing to do. Yeah, don't be an idiot if you come into Pleasure Beach. Goodbye. For our first time in a little while, we're on Dora's World Voyage. I've only got Danielle with me. Tegan and Josh have gone in a separate boat because I think they're only filling like a maximum of 3 in a boat, which fair enough, they are quite small. 3 adults. I mean, it is a kids' ride, but we just do it anyway. As you can probably hear or not hear, the audio in the boats that plays different soundtracks in different scenes is still broken.
It's quite quiet.
But instead of just playing the backing track, they're just playing all the way around the ride now. So
it is quite
as
quiet,
we go into yeah, it is quite quiet. As we go into Russia here now, we don't have the appropriate audio playing, and that's the case for all the other countries as well. Well, it seems like this wall isn't going to be being used for bricks. What does it even say up here?
It says, brought the kids, but you've forgotten your camera. Check out the shop.
Check out the shop.
Because you can go get some conicas, if that's how you pronounce it. Single-use cameras and film as well.
Konicka's single-use cameras.
So you can get some single-use cameras if you bring your
yeah,
kids.
so it looks like the last wall of names is going to be this wall over here.
So if you want to get you all the names.
So yeah, get your brick now if you want the brick, because it doesn't look like they're going to be selling anymore. Right, I'm going to keep this short and sweet, but I thought I'd just film around Grand National quickly. Obviously I've done a separate video that went out yesterday at the time of filming about Grand National, so that's why it's just going to be short. They repainted the air gates and stuff, and like, yeah, as I said, they're doing a massive refurbishment. They're continuing to repaint stuff. But yeah, check out my video yesterday, as there is an article that went out suggesting that Pleasure Beach might be considering that Grand National could be on the chopping block. Yeah, she doubts it, but do I doubt it? Yeah, watch yesterday's video to find out. But all I'm going to say is the work is continuing to refurbish Grand National. And yeah, we'll leave it there. I've got a bit of water in my eye for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, I'll see you at the next ride. That over there, aka Big Dipper, is still on one train. It has been about 10 months now. Come on, Pleasure Beach, get it back on two. 24 riders per train. It's about a 3-minute ride. The capacity on that is diabolical. Look at that all there. That is the queue.
It should be on 2.
How long do you reckon the queue is?
That is probably around about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
I don't know though.
It could be 30-40 minutes if it was on 2. It is one of the best operated coasters in the country when it's on 2.
I remember queuing here when it was like the party. It was literally only half an hour on 2 trains.
Yeah, exactly. So, literally, the rides team are amazing, but it needs to be back on 2. I don't know why it's on 1, but this can't go on. It really can't. Alright guys, we've just been on Pleasure Beach Express for about the 45th time today. Yeah, we bumped into a group on there. Obviously, Tiny Tellers was there, who you've probably seen in the background in a couple of my vlogs this year. So yeah, obviously good to see you as always, have a quick chat. We also saw Carl Walsh, who those of you who are enthusiasts on TikTok might know. He has a pretty big TikTok following. I didn't realise he'd been following this channel for a good few years now. But yeah, massive shout to you. I'm not really a fan of TikTok, as you know. I think I've mentioned that in videos before. I don't know the app, but for those of you who do, go and check him out because he's a good guy. And he does re-upload his stuff to Instagram as well. So if you're on there, you will see that. Or he re-uploads some of it anyway. I follow him on there, but yeah. Yeah, great to see enthusiasts on park, have a quick chat, you know. And then if, you know, you're at Pleasure Beach Express, whatever, have a ride. But yeah, don't know what we're doing next. I'll talk to you. Shut up. Oh dear, we're just going to go on the big one. Breaking news, it stopped on the lift hill. Jedi TV news here. It's unsafe. It's very unsafe. The block sections totally aren't working and it's totally not meant to do that. And that means we're now going to have to go on Icon again. Well, we're not going to have to, but we probably are. Yeah, and we've only just been on it a couple of rides ago. We did that Pleasure Beach Express while waiting for the tide to go again. And then we went on Big One. We went on it, and then we went on the train waiting for our time to expire on the East Pass. And we were going to go on Big One, but no. But yeah, like, we want to do Dipper and stuff, but the queues are just ridiculous with it being on one train. And obviously, like, filler rides are still closed, like River Caves, Launchpad, soon to be reopening. Yeah, the park is really busy today and the queues are building up with the lack of the filler rides. But yeah, the park is coping well today though. I know I've moaned about a couple of bits before, but it is dealing well. Like, you know, operations on stuff is pretty good. Stuff opened on time, everything opened on time apart from Big Dipper, which opened 5-10 minutes late. Steeplechase opened early. Everything was open by 10:30, so as much as I moaned a bit before, the park is doing well today. We've had an enjoyable day.
5 minutes later.
Bloody hell.
What is it, Josh?
Danielle!
Danielle! There it goes.
Big One is now back open.
It's back open, it's moved off the lift hill.
There's no need for ITV News to
No
come.
need for ITV News.
No need for any news articles.
No need for ITV News. The ride is very safe and sound. We are just on our way to Bentley's Chippy, the famous Chippy outside Pleasure Beach, for our Chippy meal, tea. And there's a sign here for the 2nd anniversary celebration of Pleasure Beach store, which opened about this time in April. We just had a picture with it. I'll put my picture in the vlog now. And obviously you can
I'm joking.
shut up. You can put your head through there, obviously, and get a picture if you really want. But yeah, Pleasure Beach store. I don't think I've ever.
Right? It's one of them things that you can pick up, but we
we didn't do
right
that.
Doing that.
So I crouched down into quite an awkward position, looked like a frog or something. And yeah, I don't think I've ever filmed in here before, but yeah, this is the Pleasure Beach store, exclusive on ThrillNet. It's quite good. I didn't like it at first because it used to play classical music and stuff, but it's played some bangers now. Lots of merchandise for you to see. Check it out on your way in and out of the park.
2 hours later.
Alright, it's now much later in the day. We're back on park. We've got about an hour and 40 minutes. An hour and 20 actually. Jeez, it's gone quick. Still park closed. Another fan recognised me and Josh, who apparently hasn't been to Pleasure Beach for 20 years. Massive shout out to you. Thank you for supporting the channel. yeah, like obviously a lot's changed. Like it's his first time seeing Icon in person, first time seeing Red Arrows. Well, that's closed now. Like you know, Launchpad's rethemed like Valhalla, and maybe not Valhalla because like, Valhalla wasn't. Yeah, the there's a lot changed. There's a lot changed. So yeah, like as I said before, like you know, if you do see us, you know, like around, come and stop us. We're fine to have a quick chat, and a photo if you want. Obviously, we are with friends and stuff, but you know, we'll always make time quickly to stop and chat to you. So yeah, it's always great at these late night riders, especially to you know see new people about who support the channel. So yeah, thank you guys very much. It's trying to go dark now. I don't think we're going to get any night rides today. That was 50-50.
People don't realise how late it's going to
No. The park's still very busy though, which is good. But yeah, I think it's going to be twilight, as the name Twilight Thrills suggests, at 9 o'clock. But hey ho, you know, we just had a sunset-ish ride on the big one, and it was very, very enjoyable. I don't think I've ever shown this view before, guys, but you can actually see Launchpad from here. I've never filmed any testing from here or anything. But yeah, it is lit up the top. They will obviously light the whole tower up when it opens. Yeah, here's the current sky at about 8 o'clock. It's still not really dark, is it? Yeah, hour to go. Still quite busy. There's a few people left, but yeah, still reasonable crowd about. So let's go on our last few rides. Let's go ride. Right, we are going on Ghost Train, guys. The last ride of the day. It's become a bit of a tradition, this, hasn't it? Even on late night riding. Yeah,
we're not doing it.
We went on big one. We went on big one just and had an amazing night ride. Well, semi-night ride. That is the ride you want to go on at night. Like, it's incredible. Always has been, always will be. But yeah, this is lit up quite nice at night. All the way down there. And yeah, the ride's closed now. It's past 9 o'clock. Queue line's closed, but yeah, we're gonna get on it in about a few minutes. Well, there we go. We had a good ride on Ghost Train. Yeah, most stuff working there, bar just a couple of bits.
It was a pretty good ride.
Yeah, the woman banging weren't working.
The gate wasn't working.
Yeah, the gate wasn't working in the monk scene either. But yeah,
the
it's been
sensors were pretty
very,
decent as well, actually.
yeah, a very good day today. Pretty busy. Icon's been a 100-minute queue. Big one's been 90-minute queue, even on 2 trains, and they're smashing them trains out, going as quick as they can. Yeah, I know I was you know, a bit moany before about like the assigned seating on the big one and the stuff going on outside the entrances of the rides, but
the entrances is fair enough.
yeah, to be fair, it wasn't really proper assigned seating on the big one. They were just trying to make sure the rows were filled, really. Yeah, fair enough, because there weren't many people in that station. But yeah, like you know, the checking tickets outside rides, I can see why. Just move the turnstiles to the start, so people aren't having to scan twice. But apart from that, park's operated pretty well. Operation's reasonable. Icon was a bit slow. The queue was backing up a lot there, but big one was smashing it. All the other rides very good, considering the capacity they were on. It's obviously not the rides team's decision, really.
Infusions were a bit iffy as well.
Yeah, well, we didn't really do infusion or spend much time around there, did we?
I saw by
Apologies, there's not been much nighttime footage today. Obviously, it has. It literally came dark 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for thumbnail, to be honest. I might flip the camera around if big one comes, but like yeah. It's Twilight Thrills. Like, we got what we paid for. Well, we didn't pay for because we have season passes. You know, we didn't pay for night rides. Twilight is different tonight. We got a Twilight ride on the big one, and it was very good. That basically sums up everything. Really, been a really enjoyable day. Thank you to Tegan for joining us. She's made her way off home now. Thank you to those who've come up for a quick chat. As I said before, you know, we were always willing to make time, you know, for a quick chat, whatever. You know, for 5-10 minutes. Yeah, obviously there's been a lot going on with Launchpad recently. Click the video on the right side of the screen to see my latest update with that. Our first ever footage of the ride moving. There has been proper testing taking place since then, but it was really cool to see that last week. Click the icon and center your screen to subscribe. I'm Ben, you've been watching Thronet. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye.